Welcome everyone. In this video, I will review the CS52C, which is a new upcoming Tier 8 Polish premium medium tank. First, let's go and take a look at the crew of this tank. So we have here the commander, which has got also the radio operator skills as well, gunner, driver and loader. This tank has got a 100mm caliber gun, as you can see, with a 250 alpha damage, which is small alpha damage. The DPM of this tank is 1841. It's not that terrible, but and this means we have 8.15 second reload for a 250 alpha damage, which is, if you think about it, it's a long reload time for 8 second reload for a 250 alpha damage. That's long. The accuracy of this tank we have here. First, the dispersion value 0.37, which is bad, a really inaccurate gun, and the aiming time. This tank has got a turbo mode as well, which means if you press the X button, this tank will switch in the turbo mode. But I will talk about this in a few seconds. So in normal mode, you will have 2.6 second aim time. In the siege mode, you will have 3.36 second aim time, which is really long and awful. And with this combination, this means you have a really bad gun. The gun depression of this tank is 7-degree gun depression. The turret actually turns fast. So let's continue. The HP of this tank is 1350, average HP, armor. The armor of this tank here, we got the hull. The hull from the front, side and rear. So the hull of this tank is not, it's a paper basically, 80mm from frontal armor. It's bad. Even tier 6 tanks can pen this frontally with AP ammunition. Now the turret. We have here front, side and rear. So the front of the turret actually has got 260 millimeters of armor protection value, but I assume this flat plate above the gun will be overmatchable with heat emission, and yeah, but the cupola is actually small on this tank, and some weak spots will be there here at the cheeks to the left and to the right side, and this huge overmatchable plate. So let's continue. The Here, as I said, this tank has got a turbo mode, which means we have here in normal mode you will have 710 HP horsepower. This means your tank will go with 50 km per hour forward speed and 17 km per hour reverse speed. Now, if you go and press the X button to go in siege mode, the switch between the mode will take you 2.5 seconds. And if you are switching to turbo mode, now you will have 1150 horsepower. This means your tank will go with 70 km per hour forward speed and reverse speed is 25 km per hour, but your aim time will be 3.36 instead of 2.6 seconds. So the only disadvantage of switching to siege mode looks like will be only the aim time will be increased, but the dispersion value will remain the same, 0.37, which is already really bad, especially for a medium tank and 100mm caliber gun, which is small. The alpha damage is small, but this dispersion is like too high and too bad for this small caliber gun. So let's continue now. Camo value actually good. 310 base camo value without anything is actually really good, which means you can boost up the camo on this tank really like 600 700 like a TD camo value, which is really good. And the view range 380 meters, it's good, and radio range 525. I would like to see here like 750. The ammunition loadout of this tank can take up to 60 ammo, which is really good ammo capacity with 250 of damage. Base penetration value is 190mm, which is actually uh, bad base penetration value. The shell speed is 1109 meters per sec. This shell will cost you 510 credits for one shot. The second ammunition type is the gold, which is in this case the heat ammunition with 290 millimeters of penetration value. This is really amazing and outstanding. The shower speed is only 746 slow. That is really slow. You have, and this will cost you 4,800 800 credits, which means you will pay 408,000 credits for 250 of damage, which is really not good deal. if you ask me. The HE has got 410 alpha damage with 53 millimeters penetration value, and the shell's speed is 846. It's even faster than the heat shell. So, but it's still, this is yeah, it's acceptable speed. And this will cost you only 325 credits. But this penetration 53 actually not bad. You can pan a lot of tanks, a lot of paper tanks with 53 minutes of penetration value. The heat is really good. 290 minutes of penetration value for a medium tank is actually outstanding. But the downside is that it's slow. So you really have to pre-aim and lead your shot when you're shooting a moving tank. So let's watch here an image from the back of the tank and from the side here. So the conclusion about this tank is, first, let's get started with the good things about this tank. The good thing about this tank is 7 degree gun depression, definitely good. Speed, forward speed and reverse speed, both in normal and siege mode are really good. Camo value, really good. View range, good. The heat penetration value is 290 millimeter, which is really amazing for a tier 8 medium tank. Now, the bad thing about this tank is, first, low DPM, really bad dispersion value, inaccurate gun 0.37, aim time long, especially in siege mode 3.36, but 2.6 is already long. The alpha damage is 250, which is long. I would like to see here 320. The penetration value, base penetration value on the AP shells is 190 millimeter, which means you can't farm in in this tank because you will play against tier 9 and tier 10 tanks, and 190 millimeter, this kind of penetration value has the tier limit tanks. So yeah, this tank will be not good, and the heat shell also cost 4,800 credits for only a 250 of damage, which means if you spam only heat, you will make a really bad profit. Really, so just not suitable for farming. This tank is not good. It will be not good for farming. Now the armor, hull armor is paper, only some armor on the turret, but that's it. Other than that, it's still a paper tank. This tank has more bad side than good side. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe.